Hey guys, it's Viewmasters Reactions, and we're back with episode 21 of Vox O'Clock's portion of Trial of the Take Part 4. Last we saw, we're battling the Rakshasa. We have been battling the Rakshasa for pretty much the entire Patreon hour. I think there was like 5-10 minutes of us leading up to this point, but it was pretty damn close to the start of the Patreon hour that the Rakshasa has been fighting us. Matt said his name was Hotis. And Marisha, even before Marisha even said it, I was like, isn't his name Hosen? And then Marisha said, I thought his name was Hosen. And then Matt was like, no, Hotis. So I still do not know for sure if Matt forgot his name was Hosen or if his actual name is Hotis. Like maybe Hosen was the fake name he gave us and Hotis is the real name. I'm not 100% sure. All I know is Matt confirmed many times that it is Hotis. And it is the Rakshasa, and we are inside this room right now. He also created a shield guardian, which we find out is taking on some of the damage. I said during the Patreon hour, I'm curious because it wasn't specified one way or the other, and you guys probably know, but the shield guardian was taking all the damage when we attacked the shield guardian. The Rakshasa was somehow splitting the damage or something to that effect with the shield guardian. My question was, is it a set effect, like you get half damage and the shield guardian takes the other half, or can you determine what amount of damage you take? Many times, or at least at the end there, Vax fired a dagger into the Rakshasa, major damage, and the shield guardian shook too. And Matt said the Rakshasa just took some significant damage, but the shield guardian helped aid it. So what I'm thinking is, what if you had like 2 hit points left? Could you send all the damage to the shield guardian and keep doing that until the shield guardian goes down? Or is it just like a set thing where you're like, yeah, you take half damage regardless? Because if he could keep sending the damage to the shield guardian, at a point the shield guardian will go down. But that is great advantage to have. On top of all that, he is the person who did the wave of the hand and bamfed away from us before. So at a point, we were like really going in on him and he ran into the corner away from all of us and then made himself fly. So I thought before he flew, he was going over there to wave his arm and bamf out. Then he flew and now he's up on the ceiling, which we are still attacking him because that is where Vax fired the dagger at him. I'm pretty sure he was already flying when that happened. He's 10 feet in the air. We're still able to hit him with throwing weapons. So my guess is the next move would be you either are going to die or do the wave of the hand and live to fight another day, because there's no way he's winning at this point. He is looking horrible. The shield guardian is probably almost down, and we are all looking pretty damn good. So let's jump in. We'll talk more at the end. If you guys are loving these, the Patreon are exclusive for every episode of Campaign 1 and 2 is over on Patreon. Full unedited versions of all the shows and movies. We do thousands over there, like Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Eureka, and Cobra Kai's final seasons are done. Doing Leverage, Warehouse 13, Sherlock, Once Upon a Time, Pushing Daisies, and Good Omens. Yellowstone started. Full unedited, thousands of others. Check it out. If not, Vox O'Clock's portion of episode 21, the final part of Trial of the Take.
Since he's floating,
And I feel like...
And go for the spiritual guardian.
Keyleth is a tiger, because it's a tiger on tiger battle going on here.
Is a 21.
That hits.
Or sorry, 22.
This is a pounce.
Can it be a pounce?
You could.
Was I far enough away?
If you move back and then pounce, you could.
Then fuck yeah, it's a pounce.
Then fuck yeah, it's a pounce. I love it.
You have the movement to do so. So you back up.
Tiger Clan, bitches.
Leap and pounce on the shield guardian.
So does he succeed his strength saving throw?
We'll find out.
DC 14.
Nope, not with the 3.
Then he is knocked prone.
Knocked prone. There we go.
And then I make
This is the shield guardian now. The Rakshasa, as you can see, is up in the far corner, flying around. Like I said, there's no logical thing I can think of besides he is going
Cool. So as you
to get out of here.
You force it to the ground. Now you see the thing just topple towards you. You have to step back to avoid it, Torbir, as it crashes into the ground. And now the Minxie, the white saber-toothed tiger, is on top of it and starts biting and clawing at it, dealing a bunch of damage to the front of its armor.
Love it.
Very cool. That ends Keyleth's turn. Tiberius, you're up.
Yep. Really good.
Tiberius is up.
Strangely enough, none of this makes any sound.
The Rakshasa. Oh yeah, and silence. Yeah, silence is going on too because
Quietest fight.
the
over here.
Rakshasa cast silence and then ran away. Exactly what happened the last time he did this. Last time we were in the hallway, he did silence. He ran to the end of the hall and then wave of the hand disappeared. This happened almost exactly the same way, except he flew. But I'm thinking.
Smash the shit out of both of them. 20 feet high.
Okay.
Maximum height.
I'm assuming in this case the
Okay.
flying was to buy himself time, maybe, or something. I don't know. Otherwise, I don't know what the plan would be to live from the Rakshasa.
I'm looking up the spell real fast. So it's the it's a
Dex save.
It's a dex
That's what we
save.
had to do.
well, it's a natural 20 for the Rakshasa.
Natural 20.
That is a 6 for the Shield Guardian.
Not good.
So he's pinned to the ceiling, and they both take 21 damage.
Now, see, the Rakshasa is very close. I feel like any minute now the Rakshasa is going to be like, how do you want to do this? But then I don't understand what the plan was. I almost feel like maybe he's got one of those things where when he hits 0 hit points,
the spell says
he comes
this,
back or
oh, sorry.
something.
They make a dex saving throw or they're lifted by the pillar. So if they make a save, they are not touched.
There
by
you
the
go.
pillar.
That's what I was wondering.
Shut up.
Right.
That means they don't get pinned by it, yeah.
No, they don't take any damage. They make their save, they dodge out of the way. That's how the spell's designed.
Yeah, see, Orion, I in my head, I literally thought this.
Yeah, it's primarily intended to be a defensive spell.
That's what I in my head, I'm like, I
Defensively,
feel like this is what Matt's looking at. Orion was pissing people off again, too, during the Patreon hour. He wasn't paying attention. And then he goes, wait, did somebody cast a spell? And Matt's like, yeah, Liam is, or Vax is possessed. And he goes, oh, I wasn't watching, counterspell. And he goes, you can't do that now. And you're not even in the eyesight to do it. And he was like, brr, 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 brr. And then Liam was like, why aren't you paying attention? And he's like, dude, shut up. I'm trying to help you. Like, there was a little tiff going on again. I would say this is the most problemsome episode we've had with Orion
I can't
so
do
far.
anything. Can I just delay?
Because it's consistently happening throughout the episode with multiple people. He did it to Matt, to Zach, to Liam.
Take your action on it.
I'll do that.
Then he said something to Marisha, and I don't know if he was getting her upset or if it was just like
No.
an
Okay, so just
in-game
wait
thing.
for
I don't
this
know.
to find its way out. All right, cool.
But right there, he did it again. He's tried to counterspell multiple times where he either didn't have it or couldn't do it.
And it's just
Right there, he's like, all right, well, you defended it, 21 damage. And I'm thinking, like, well, if you didn't get pinned to the wall, wouldn't you also not take damage? I didn't say anything, but Matt looks it up and goes, yeah, and he's like, Mary.
Naked on the riding through the desert.
All right then, Torbjorn.
The Rakshasa finishes like scanning the room for a second and says, well,
He's gonna leave. Here he goes. He's
I
leaving.
appreciate this little scuffle. However, I have other business to attend to. And looking at the best of you, at least I know where to hit you all the hardest. I know you have a father you seek. I know you have family in Draconia. I know you have
So
a
he's
sister
going to not
who's
only
too far
bamf
from
out of here,
you. And you.
he's gonna threaten our
I know you have
families.
one hold dear to your heart. I can now see your mind, see their faces, and I will see them soon. However, I must say adieu. And it begins to cast.
Tiberius.
4th level counterspell.
Tiberius.
Okay, so you already used one 4th level counter spell from your ring earlier. The
Yeah,
first
and I have 2 stored in there.
I have two
Actually-
4th level counter spells in a ring that can carry one up to 4th levels of a spell.
I'm loving it.
No, I can carry 5 up to 4th level spells. It's my ring of store spell items. You're gonna carry up to 5 spells that can go up to
Why
4th
does he
level.
look so guilty
No,
right
that's not how
now?
it works.
You can carry up to 4 levels of spells.
Spells.
I don't understand.
He definitely understands. He is looking so guilty right now.
Level 2 spells.
Yeah.
That's not how it works. Well, 4.
You can do a level
how it's
3
always worked.
spell. Yeah, that's how my.
Oh,
my
Ryan,
works
you
well.
know that he's lying.
a level
Did you
5
see how
ring of
guilty he
spell.
sounded? Look how he sounded. He just goes,
You have
I
that spell
have
as a spell you know
5.
that, right?
He started lowering his voice
No,
and getting
yeah,
very
still 4th
shaky and
level
nervous.
Okay.
Boom.
Page
Good to know.
7, 4th. Okay,
Huh.
cool.
Hey, that makes a
Good.
difference. Let me double check one thing real fast. This will make or break the circumstance, really.
Actually, as a matter of fact, no. 6th level counter spell.
6.
You will go nowhere. Does not fucking leave.
Oh my god, look at Orion's face.
All right.
Orion is so fired up. I wish him
We go to a
all of the worst luck ever.
All right. It is a 7th level spell. So let's go ahead and roll.
I hope he loses. I hope. I know it's for the sake of the team, but because it's Orion, I want him to lose so bad.
Okay, don't roll
Because he just got into another whole thing, and then based on a technicality, he ended up being right. Everything he said was wrong. He did one of the he does I hate people that do what he just did. He did the whole thing like. Everything he said was wrong, but then because of a technicality at the end, he ended up being right about having the ability to use the spell, and then acted like he was right about everything. He was still wrong about everything he said.
Because you were expecting.
He just didn't.
This, so go ahead and.
He just got lucky,
roll.
and I still don't believe he has this. I still wouldn't be surprised
Okay.
if he doesn't have the spell.
19. All right.
For the first one.
I'm on 20.
I wouldn't be surprised if you go back and you figure it out if he actually isn't
All right,
able to
so
do
the
this
counter
or
of
something.
this spell is a
But
level
let's say
7,
he
you need to roll
is.
17 or higher. As you are targeting the spell, not the Rakshasa itself, the spell it's as you can see, there's now it's forming into shimmer, and you see a small gate begin to open around its form. You, as a reaction, reach up and unleash your torrent of countering arcane energy. It hits this opening gate. The gate then fluctuates and shuts. At which point the Rakshasa goes, and for the first time, really, in this entire battle, looks
All right, well,
genuinely scared.
that is a problem.
You were saying something about my sister.
No one threatens the goddamn Stormwind! What he said.
Rakshasa is now
What he
going
said.
to.
Broke my hand.
And he broke his hand. He hit his hand. I'm not gonna lie. He hit his hand so hard. I was like, I've seen people do that. He's a frail-looking man. He is not a very big dude. I wouldn't be surprised if he really messed his hand up there.
Fucking try to leave.
Yeah.
All right.
He suddenly turns pink and says, "Exit stage right again."
He's gliding towards the doorway over everybody. That brings us to Vax's turn.
Come on, Vax.
Dagger, dagger.
I love that he is still alive and running away, but the Rakshasa
from that statue.
is definitely
From the statue
close
here,
to
I'd say it's about
everything I thought was
30
gonna
feet.
happen.
30 feet. Okay.
I just didn't expect
I'm going to
the counterspell eliminating the
he's not paying
gate.
attention to me. Can I go use my bonus action to go stealth? He's not
You're,
looking?
you're partially obscured by the statue, so you can do that.
With advantage. Come on, you fucking motherfucker. That is 28.
Okay.
And I'm throwing daggers at the back of his head.
Throw daggers.
Yes, that is a 27.
Yeah.
Do we call that sneak attack?
He did not see you
Delicious.
actually.
He's
Yeah,
shaking.
he's not rolling
Orion is like,
so
I'm shaking
yes,
and I'm
he's-
covered in sweat right now. Is that the game? Is that the game? I don't know, Orion.
It's the worst time.
I'm out of alcohol.
Druid needs booze badly.
30.
Damn it.
30 damage?
30 damage.
Oh, nice. Yes, dagger, dagger.
How do you want to do this?
How do you want to do this?
Got the dagger in my hand, right? I see him flying away. I'm just crouched
Oh
down,
my God.
flip it over to the
I
blades in my
love that
hand.
we did
I
it,
don't go fast, I just take my time.
but I hate
pull
that we
back,
did it because
throw it
of
farther than I
Orion.
usually
And I feel like Matt is so upset about this.
do. Out the front.
The dagger hits it in the back of the neck and the spine. It doesn't quite cut through the spinal column. You see it comes out the back of the front of the throat. The spell falters, falls to the ground, taking a serious impact fall, and is now dragging itself towards the exit of the room as you start walking up to collect your blade. It brings up its hand.
I feel like Matt did not want this dude to die.
and causes this big old pool of blood on the ground.
Grab it by the ear and lift its head back. Talk about my sister again.
With
All
a
right.
spray of crimson across
I was
the
wondering if we
ground,
were gonna get some sort of like
horrible sucking sound. You pull back
something
the head
besides
as the life
just
force of the
instant
Rakshasa
death.
comes spraying across the stone floor as you release it and leave it to the ground with the last bit of life left in its body as it slowly flees its form. You hear this chuckle.
And he did say that.
Into the acid.
No.
We need the eye. He did say, even if you defeat me, I will be back. This was a thing in the Patreon hour. All right, so it would have probably been better if we just bamfed out. I mean, clearly that form is no more.
Animation gone out of the
The
Guardian?
shield guardian
Hosen
is struggling.
or
has just gone limp
Hotus.
against the ceiling now.
Nice work.
Okay, I go over to it and I use my book, bust out my book, and I start harvesting all the parts.
The music just kicked off. Matt just like, I was like, all right, enough of that. Enough of that.
Who's got the contract? What all do we need?
Who has it? I don't have the contract.
I never touched it.
You had
I
the
need the
contract.
eyes. I didn't have the contract.
You had the contract.
I did not. You were in charge.
I was not in charge. I was never in charge. I was sent here to be a babysitter.
That's in charge, as far as I'm concerned.
Does nobody have the contract?
No.
I mean, if you are said to be a
I
babysitter,
have the contract.
I mean,
we signed it.
you might not
After.
necessarily be in charge. Who
Might
has?
have ended
Left
up
it
in
somewhere.
the storage.
It might,
Oh, the actual physical
Contract.
physical contract.
might have ended up in storage.
Someone from production made us sign it.
Here it is, clearly right here.
The thing, and the tongue.
Ah,
We
yes.
got it! Found it!
have it.
Oh,
It's
there
a
it
real
is.
shame to get all this far.
I got it!
And then we don't know what we need. All right, this is what we had to do with the White Dragon. I do kind of dig this, where we go on like these little missions, and then we have like not only someone to catch and kill or find, but like to harvest things. And then we this was in a game I used to play too, where you'd have to actually like not roll, but there'd be like some way
So I have to do this individually for
that
each
you
one, correct?
harvested better than I can't remember. It was like a game of skill or
Make it
something.
More expeditious.
2 at a time?
220.
Yeah.
Two at a
So
time.
for first, for the eyes and the tongue. Ooh, I'll take that 18 and 20. Natural 20.
Natural
With advantage.
20.
First roll's a 20.
Uh-huh.
So that's for the eyes.
Yeah, it's for the eyes.
Without a problem, pop both eyes out.
All right,
Tongue.
without a problem.
I'll also take that natural 20.
There is a
So 20
purpose.
in a row.
Natural 20
balance
back
on
to
the
back.
sides of the room.
Yeah, yeah. We are balancing out Will Whedon's
And for the heart.
miserable rollings.
Ooh, that's so good. That's 16 total.
That's not
16?
horrible.
All right. With some difficulty, you manage to eventually tear the heart out of the chest cavity. It's a very nasty process, and for most of you guys are kind of not so much you guys have seen a lot of Crimson, but watching this little druid girl.
In my head, I was picturing the
truly
dragon
unfazed
again.
by the process of
How we
tearing
needed
the
like
chest of this Rakshasa.
our whole
Very,
crew to pull out the heart of the dragon. It's a lot different.
Here, hold this.
And it is this kind of dark,
Here,
dull,
here, Vax.
this
Here.
weird kind of like overcooked
in the-
meat.
Put in the bag of holding.
Delicious.
In the
Weird,
bag of holding?
dull,
The claws.
overcooked meat. Delicious.
Oh, I'll take that 19. So, 30.
All right.
Or,
You-
sorry, 29.
You take
29.
each one of the hands of the Rakshasa that are, the back-turned, strange, upside-down humanoid hands, and just cut them off the wrist very cleanly, and both are harvested without issue.
And the canine teeth. I'll take that 15. for
25.
25 total.
Total.
You managed. You take.
I mean,
the
I
rest
feel
of
like
the hand,
everything
its mouth still you
went
see its
gloriously.
mouth still in this terrible grin, this perpetually pulled smile
And we
in
only
its
need-
final moments, and you manage to pull out very cleanly both of the canines from the inside of the mouth.
Tiberius,
No.
do you have any files left over?
You mean like?
Just empty files?
For blood?
Yes,
What do we need vials
Can I
for?
try and harvest some of the blood as well to
That's-
keep for personal use?
So that's exactly what I was gonna do.
For the lo-
I'm taking some of the blood. For sure.
Everyone's taking blood.
Are
I
you
mean-
squeamish?
I'm a healer. I'm a healer.
It's a little difficult since a rather large portion
Cashaw
of-
is
of
very against the
Rakshas's
sight of blood.
is now currently spattered across the floor, thanks to Vax.
Sure.
You managed to harvest one vial.
Got a little on my face and on this.
I was gonna
One
say,
vial.
One vial.
I'm sure we could get
I'm gonna
many
take
vials.
my
I mean,
dagger
I
and
would,
I'm gonna shave
I would
one
think
of
all we
his
gotta do is
scalp,
like just
the trimmings from his.
grab
just
any
take
of
those-
the
take those.
severed
You
parts of
currently
his
have a
body
vial
we
of
just
Rakshas
created.
Shave scalp.
We could probably fill a couple vials, but hey, whatever Matt says. Vials,
Torbear,
we
you
got,
want
we
the
got,
taint?
we got a couple.
There's tons of magic in it.
Yes.
The magic taint.
I take the jeweled dagger and I walk down to the corpse of the Rakshasa and I take the dagger and I drive the dagger through one of the eye sockets and I say, "You will never harm my daughter."
Cool. The dagger is left there as a
Random,
you feel
but
the weight
okay.
behind that whisper.
I dig it.
And decide it might be best to leave that dagger where it sits. You've gathered your
Let us
quarry.
conclude our business.
Alright.
Very good.
As you've completed the harvesting, you notice the contract.
Stabbed. What if I was Vax?
Flash.
I'd go over and be
see
like,
the
I
paper,
take the dagger.
Contract completed.
Torbeer's like,
looks
are
like
you
you've
serious?
managed to make your
I'm
way
not leaving that dagger. I'm sorry.
arduously. And
You're not
with
wasting a
much
good dagger.
Difficulty, not through the Adamantine Oubliette, because that'd be difficult, but retracing your steps back through a tunnel which has been sealed shut by iron pillars.
We had to break through those first. Fireball, fireball, fireball. Breaky,
It's a
breaky, breaky.
terrible idea. Giant explosions in small enclosed earthen tunnels is a really good idea.
Magical.
They completed the contract. but they all
Matt should have
suffocated in the
totally
second
let it
phase.
happen
So
now.
unfortunate.
Matt should have totally let it happen now just to ruin Orion's day more.
You were just permanently
He
breathing
did
air.
say I just start letting loose fireballs. Closed an area underground. We just start fireballing.
It takes you a long time to retrace your steps and find your way through the entrapment, especially since as you remove the iron pillars, the boulder then begins to roll past. So you've kind of carved your way through. You make your way precariously back to
The boulder was still there. Indiana Jones
the Velvet
boulder.
Cabaret, back into the room where the Rakshasa once lived. Do you wish to walk into the center of the Velvet Cabaret, covered in various?
Fuck yes, we
Yeah,
do.
I think absolutely.
The Velvet Cabaret
The door
covered
slams open and you all step
in
into
the
center of
blood
Velvet Cabaret.
and guts
As you do,
of
two of the guards turn
the
and see you exit.
Rakshasa.
Hey, what are you?
Who to them
What
is
are you
just
doing? And they kind of go to the blade from the
hootis.
side.
Seriously.
I just turn around and go like,
You really don't want to do that, friend. Trust me, please.
Make an intimidation. check.
Intimidation roll.
oh, is that 14?
14.
Not great.
Rolled a 3.
Yep.
Looks to the other guy. As long as you're leaving.
That's exactly what we're doing.
I also feel like Orion,
Whoever just keeps
correct me if I'm wrong,
It's the sword in the
But it is
the blood
Orion,
morphing. You hear the
so
music
you
playing,
probably
everyone's
will
kinda
agree.
laughing. As you guys enter the room, the music.
as Tiberius,
comes to
sometimes he
a
comes
stop.
off like he reminds me of
Right before
Owl
we leave, I
from
turn,
Winnie the Pooh,
and I
where he's
have a
very
piece of-
like
Fur
intelligent sounding, like very
from the Rakshasa,
like full
and I
of
throw it at
wisdom,
the guard's
but
feet.
very
And I say,
calm
Here,
and almost
what's
like
left of your boss?
Steps back. For a
coward,
second.
not cowardly,
Other,
but like
patrons who are watching.
almost
this,
like
you know,
unsure
some
of
look
himself
scared,
and
some
not
look intrigued by
confident
this
sometimes.
sudden arrival
But then
of
sometimes
some warriors
he
covered in
fires
various
out, and it's almost like when Orion
watching as
is
you step
pissed
out.
off,
Swarm of
he'll
Nugget,
make
one of them goes, "Huh,
Tiberius
some sort of
act
tiger.
like super
that's
fired
not
up,
right.
pissed off kind of talk. And I'm like, it kind of comes out of nowhere, but maybe I'm wrong. But I feel like he portrays the character as more of a pushover half the time, or like a goofy, comical, goofy kind of dude.
strangely, and you see
And then
from
out of
the
nowhere, he'll
far
just be like,
corner,
well, I'm pissed
the
off right now, so I'm just going to
bashful owner
act
of the
crazy.
establishment that you had
And it's
previously knocked
possible,
unconscious
but I mean,
kinda
like,
looks
it's a little
out,
weird.
Not wanting to engage, just watching you as you leave with a look of fear on his face. You step out into the thoroughfare, close the door behind you, back into the Quad Roads district, making your way towards Slayer's Take Guildhall.
On the way out, I grab 2 glasses of ale and I hand one to this guy. And just walk and don't say shit.
No one argues. Make your way back.
Torbir is genuinely touched by this gesture.
As you sit, make your way through the main thoroughfare back to the center of the Quads Road. So the Slayers take Guildhall. You step inside, and there, across the way, in mid-conversation with his wife, is Merton talking to the huntmaster, Vanessa. As you enter, they both turn with a look of excited surprise and.
Well, I assume that this means the contract went well, right?
It's done.
Take a canvas bag and I plop it on the table full of the Rakshasa bits.
Rakshasa bits. Is that on the menu?
He shows it to the huntmaster, and she kind of glances down with a smile.
Very good. I'm glad that we gave you such a trusted member as your overseer. You did well, Torbir. Thank you for your
He just
efforts in
confirmed
keeping
Torbir
these
ran the
legends
show.
alive.
One more insult, madam, and you will find your whole establishment on fire.
Tiberius.
I'm not in the mood.
It's not meant as no insult. I'm sorry, perhaps you do not understand that we speak with terms of endearment.
Oh, well, in that case, I take it as a compliment.
Very well. So, looking at the contract, everything hopefully is in order.
See, like that whole thing just doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Looks into the
I feel
contents.
like the way he's portraying Tiberius is that Tiberius is like
Your party, as you
mentally insane or something. Because nobody would act that irrationally in scenarios like this intentionally.
Not yet.
You wouldn't
They're still
walk
comfortable.
into their
They've been
place
gone for
and then
as
be
long as
like,
you have been. You
I will
return faster than
fucking
they have.
kill
Let's
you.
hope that
And
they
then
are
be
safe.
like, oh, my bad. Ha ha
But
ha.
I
Like, it
think
just wouldn't make sense.
They seemed very
I think people are just tolerating it
intent on
because
completing this without issue.
Orion's
So
annoying.
then, I would not be too worried. I will notify you upon their return, though.
Please.
Where are you staying?
Where are we staying?
I thought as members of the Take, you got to stay here.
You could, if you like. We have room. And technically, as it is contract, you are all officially members of the Take. So you may stay here if you wish.
But I need a bed, and
Well-
I move motion towards the thing because I'm sleepy.
We'll wait here.
Very well. We shall hold off the ceremony for when the rest of your team arrives.
If the rest of this team is half as good as these members, the Take has grown much stronger this day. They're worthy.
She crosses her arms, and her usual kind of jovial, passive attitude grows a little more stern. She gives a nod of genuine respect towards Torbir. And for the first time, really, even returning this, the first time she looks about the rest of you with a look, a slightly intense look of really understanding the essence of strength between and behind each of you. I believe you are correct. I think there will be great things ahead for us. Welcome to the Slayer's Take. She reaches down, brings up a small wooden chest, sets on the edge, and opens it on the inside. You
I
can
hope
see
it's
it is
filled
rather
with
abundant
gold. But it
with
really is.
gold and
Filled with
platinum,
gold and platinum.
of which the token
I was
comes
half joking. I figured it'd be loaded with something.
That's usually
Filled
just
with
all of
gold
that.
and platinum.
So,
5,100 gold. Not too shabby. I said anything at this point in the game.
5,100 gold.
I feel like
pieces for this contract.
anything less than
That
10,000
is 1,000
gold as a
and 20
complete
gold.
take.
1,000.
So we got a little over 1,000 each. Like each, I'd say 5,000
You can split
is
up my
like
take
something
amongst
worth
them.
talking about. Each. But if
I
you
think my
get
obligation has been fulfilled.
5,000 split 5 ways,
You know, I
it's
have no
like-
desire to stay.
like half of the things we
You
buy
insist, but you know that whenever
Cost
you come back to
$5,000 to $10,000
place to stay,
each.
and
So like
work
it's like
at your disposal.
I don't know. We need bigger contracts than that.
Thank you. He turns and looks at the rest of his party. Well, it's certainly been interesting.
It has been a pleasure and an honor, Cashel. You as well, Torbir. You are brave warriors, and will do well in the Draconian Knights. That's where
Thank
I'm
you.
from.
Stormwind.
Oh, you said my name right.
And you might be the most annoying person I've ever met in my life. Yeah. Grabs her around the waist, pulls her in, and plants one right on.
I was waiting for that because we know in the animated show that Cashaw is after
Turns,
Keyleth.
winks, walks out of the
You are the most annoying person I know, and then smacks a kiss on her.
Torbeer sighs heavily and is
I mean, we know him. We also know what happens. Spoiler alert. If you don't know what happens to him in the animated show, cover your ears.
And with that, we'll
He
close
gets
this evening's
crushed
episode.
by a dragon, from what I remember. And then he was ghosted. I want to know how they handle it in the actual campaign. But he got like ghosted so fast that he didn't even know he
Well
died.
done, guys. There were a few seriously clutch moments in those encounters there.
Clutch moments is right.
We're one roll
Because
away from losing the contract.
one
Congrats on that.
roll away.
Damn, guys, well done.
From losing the
Round of
contract.
applause for our fantastic guests.
We also were very close to having the Rakshasa. Yeah, like we were one roll away from losing the contract is exactly what he's talking about there.
Thanks
Crazy
very much. Like I said
timing.
last week, it's weird to. This is out of my comfort zone to be in this place. But yeah, this is really fun.
Awesome, thank you.
Out of my comfort zone. I feel like this
And
would
I'm
be
glad
right
that
up
you
his
all got
alley.
to see that the legends are true.
The legends are true.
So it's true.
Absolutely surreal.
People
And-
always accuse me of taking it easy on my players. I really don't.
dice aside.
Oh my god.
Dice aside.
Oh, there's Tal'zin. Oh, here's all our buddies. Tal'zin, Laura.
Fidel, guys. So
We did hear
so it
Laura
never played.
scream about the carpet. And is there, I was going to say, where's Travis? Is that Travis?
Dude,
There's Travis.
Amazing. So much fun.
But I don't think the other guests are here.
first kiss.
Felicia Day and Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, I guess, is not here.
And then Venom, like a thief in the night.
All right, everybody, that is it for the Vox O'Clock portion of episode 21, the final part of Trial of the Take. I did go look, and the guy that I saw that I didn't recognize was some other voice actor friend of theirs, but I wanted to see if Felicia Day and Mary Elizabeth McGlynn popped out, and they did not. Everybody else came out. That's why when I saw the large group come out, I was like, oh, I don't want to see in case of spoilers. Like, I don't want to know yet. But I'm guessing, I don't even see Sam. I guess Sam's not here either. But Sam, of all of them, I feel like Sam is the one that misses the most besides like Ashley Johnson. That being said, I'm guessing we're not getting a big group hug from all of them. I wanted to see Felicia Day and Will Wheaton together, being as, like I said, this is after Eureka, and they are the Eureka crew. I think it's funny that Will Wheaton was like, this is totally out of my comfort zone. I feel like this is right up his alley and everything. It hurts my soul. Matt said it himself. We were one roll away from losing the contract. The Rakshasa was about to use the spell and get out of there. And what hurts my soul is that of all people, Orion was there to use a counterspell to eliminate that as the option, and then therefore we took out the Rakshasa. I mean, well, we took out Hotis. Also, let me know about that. What happened with the whole Hosen and Hotis thing? I don't understand where the problem came in, but something was wrong at some point. My guess is that either Hosen lied about his name and his name was Hotis, but like at that point, why even lie about your name if you're going to lie about something that is that similar? Then I was thinking maybe Matt just clearly made a mistake and it was supposed to be Hotis from the beginning and he said Hosen. All I know is I'm not crazy because Marisha said it too. But at the end there, we take it out. The Rakshasa said, I'll see you again. And also before we even fought it in the Patron Hour said, if you destroy me, I will, come back in another form, so to speak, or not so to speak, straight up, because now we just murdered this other form. We got everything we needed. We accomplished our contract, and now we are all members of the Slayers Take. I really did dig that one. I had no fear whatsoever, though. Even during the battle, I say this all the time, how some battles worry you. This battle at no point worried me. We were doing phenomenal, even with the horrible rolls of Will Wheaton. And at the end there, he even says, so now you all can see the rumors are true. So this doesn't just happen like now or with us just randomly. This apparently is normal for him. So that's crazy. But I'm going to go edit this up. We will see you guys on Friday, 5:45 is the live stream. We will jump into episode 22. We also are going to do an unboxing for this at some point. This thing was very expensive, and we want to see if we have a golden chocobo. You want to see some of that or more of what I do, in the description link for Patreon, where you'll see thousands of movies and shows full unedited, like Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Eureka, and Cobra Kai, done in full with their entire series. We started Leverage, Warehouse 13, Yellowstone, Once Upon a Time, Pushing Daisies, Good Omens. We just finished Severance, Yellow Jackets, and The Last of Us, starting House of the Dragon and Stranger Things final seasons very soon. Thousands of other movies and shows full unedited. Check it out. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.